Well, I think Europe is actually very good in the surveillance, and we have very good public health systems. So I think that is a great asset that we do have in Europe, and that we also should use in terms of using that for research purposes as well. And I think what has been achieved with the JPIAMR is an excellent research system, or I would say research collaboration across different countries inside Europe, of course, but also actually with many global researchers from different continents, and I think that is really important. So I think that it's very much the collaboration and the use of data that are being collected continuously. That is something which is really important. And the One Health approach is really important. And what we have seen also here in the conference, I thought there was a very interesting talk yesterday about irrigation of crops and the irrigation water, including microparticles. And these are crops that we are then being used for either human or animal feed. And then we are into this circularity, and that is really the One Health approach. And the challenge we have is that we often look at things in segment. We look at human health, animal health, plant health, environmental health, and we need to really think the system approach. And that is really important. I think it was very interesting in the conference to hear the different presentations of the different fields, but we need to bring it together. And that, I think, is a great opportunity of this partnership to really do this cross-disciplinary research, which is so much needed. And also that may also contribute to more disruptive ideas. And I think that is something that is really needed in this field, is to start to think in new ways and new approaches in how to deal with antimicrobial resistance. It is very much because we keep on doing more of the same, but I think we need to find new approaches. Because when you do more of the same, it may be really important, but you also need to look at novelties and attract new young researchers who may come with new fresh ideas. You need to work with disciplines you haven't thought about before, and that may open up completely new reflections on how to deal with it. So I think that is something which is really important. I think something else that we also saw yesterday was the importance in terms of more communication with society, and to really get people to understand what the challenges that we are facing. And we need to find new approaches. And we saw the musical yesterday, a little snapshot of that one. And there is a lot more societal engagement that needs to be done at all levels and in the different languages that we speak, so that everybody understands what is going on. And that brings in more sort of the social aspects, more maybe the cultural aspects, and try to bring it together. And I think there's a great opportunity with this new partnership to really, do this cross-disciplinary type of research that may come with new approaches, new understandings, and new ideas of how to move forward. Well, we always have high expectations on partnerships. To really bring the front line, really foster collaboration, and create ecosystems. We often talk about research ecosystems. And as we just talked about, the One Health approach, to try to bring in new disciplines, look at new angles, and to really come forward. And also there's one area which there hasn't been so much going on so far. There has been a few things, but not much. It's also to look at fungal resistance, because that is something which is really, really important as well. So also new arenas to move into, to broaden the scope. And we are in this, in the AMR field, we're very much into this contrast. On one hand, we need to foster the development of new antimicrobials, but they shouldn't be used so much so that we create new resistance, at the same time as we try to curb very much the use of the existing antimicrobials, but they are also needed because we don't want to have more disease in the society. And I think the understanding in the human health is very much there, but we also need to look much more, I think, also into the agriculture sector, the animal health, etc., and also the environmental aspects. Well, it's very difficult to do one thing. I think there are many things that needs to be done. I think one is more societal understanding of the challenge. I think that is a big job to be done, and to really start from very early age and into all different types of societal sort of angles to create the understanding, but at the same time also to continue to develop new antimicrobials or antifungals in terms of also being able to treat where we absolutely do not have any other choices. So there are so many things that needs to be done, but I'm positive towards the future.